Hi, welcome back to my channel. This is Jennifer Scrapping Cane. Today I'm sharing a single 8.5 by 11 layout and a bonus double page layout at the end of this video. So today's sketch is by Brandi Jo. This is a series 17 with Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches. And this is what I'm working with today. I have Simple Stories Family Fun. The acrylic pieces that I showed, those are actually from Close to My Heart, and most of everything else is Simple Stories, either Family Fun or the Say Cheese in the Park collections, different pieces from that one. I believe the only one I bring in from that one is the yellow paper. The orange paper that you will see here in a moment at the end is actually from For the Record, which is a newer collection that just came out. But Simple Stories uses the same color palette throughout their collections usually. So usually you can mix and match other pieces of paper if you need that color and you don't happen to have it. So that's what I did here. My favorite is the checkered flag paper, and if you watched yesterday's video, this might look familiar to you because I am using the same beginning intro because that's how I filmed it. So I just want to be able to show everybody that didn't watch yesterday's what I'm working with today. So here's all the papers. That's one of the Say Cheese ones. I believe that's from the Galaxy one. This one too is from the Galaxy. And this car one here, Zoom Zoom. Mainly I'm going to use the colors for most of these for the double page layout. And then this one here is a putt-putt photo. And if you watched yesterday's video, you know, he wasn't very cooperative with me taking his photo. He just turned 12 and he was like, "Really, Mom? We don't need to take pictures for everything." Yes, we do. And I'm going to continue to take your picture even if you don't want me to. And that's what I did. And it's a very grumpy photo of him playing putt-putt. But it documents the moment and we know that it happened. So I'm going to take the pictures. So here I have the Vicky Bouton mixed media sheet that was already made, and I'm just adding my own white acrylic paint splatters to it to add a little bit something more. I'm going to also add black here in just a moment, and I will water that down and splatter just little tiny black dots all around. I did put a black cardstock border around the edge of it, and I also roughed up the edges of it. And like I said, this is just going to be a single photo. Brandi Jo's sketch, she had 2 photos, but I'm only going to have one. And then the second photo is going to actually be a card that is the scorecard that you get for putt-putt. And it was one of the ephemera pieces in the pack. So I decided to use that on the layout also. This little frame here kind of looks like golf balls all the way around, if you ask me. I believe it's supposed to represent colorful lights, but to me it looks like the colorful golf balls that you get at putt-putt. So that's what I'm going with. And then I put the film strips just to play into the no pictures mood that he was in. And I'm just kind of stretching those across to make them a little bit longer than they were. I had 2 ephemera packs, so I have 2 film strips that I'm using here. And I did back them with the stripe paper, which is the same paper that Cut Apart came off of. And that's going to make my little photo frame there. I'm just using a paper towel to take up any of the acrylic paint that wasn't completely dry because I'm impatient and I need to get started on the layout. So here's the little scorecard I was talking about. I did pull off a sticker off the sticker sheet that says score and place that at the top of the sheet. This little circle that's colorful was also from the sticker sheet. There's a golf ball in the middle of that circle. And then the little black speech bubble I put behind it just to make it pop and also to match the photo frame on the other side. And then I'm not sure what I'm doing. Oh, I was adding play foam to that Let's Play. And that's part of my title. Not really. The putting around is probably the real title of this layout. And then over here I have the little golf club, and I have some stars. I'm actually going to get all of these stars on this layout. I believe I used all of them from the 2 ephemera packs except for 2 that were like a darker green color. And they just didn't match with the other greens in this layout. So I decided not to use them. And then you can see the little windmill I put up there at the top with putting around, because that kind of reminds me of what you'd find on a mini golf course. And then now I'm just adding all of the stars. And pretty much that's going to be it for this layout. I really like the way this layout turned out. I love this mixed media paper, and I know I have at least one more in my stash. I might have 2 more in my stash of this paper because I haven't found the right photo to use with it, but this is one of them. So now it's out of my stash. So there's a little bit of a close-up. I'll have some close-ups here in just a minute that I took of it. This little sticker over here was not glued down, so I needed to make sure that was attached properly. And I'm going to share a few little close-ups with you and then get started on the double page layout. But you can see all my little splatters and then all the little stars, and I really like the way it turned out. So here's the double page layout. I have 5 photos, and again, these are the ones in the race car. This time I was sitting in a race car in front of him, so I was able to get a better view of him and take other pictures of him. At first, if you look down in the one that I'm going to put at the left bottom, he's grumpy. He is not happy that I'm taking pictures of him yet again. And then he starts playing it up like he's racing the car and somebody pulled out in front of him, and it's kind of funny. He's very funny in real life. Like, he makes me laugh all the time with the things he says or the things he does. And he just doesn't want me to take pictures of anymore. And it's not fair because I want pictures of him. He's my favorite little sidekick. I love hanging out with him, and I love, just being around him because he's so funny. But he's in that grumpy teenage mood, so hopefully we grow out of that soon. So you see, I backed all of the photos in 5 different colors. The reason for that is I have 5 tickets on that 12 by 12 sheet. There was 5 colors of tickets. So I used a color of each ticket to map the photos, and then I'm going to place all of these tickets at the top and the bottom of this checkered flag paper. So I have 50 tickets? Yeah, I believe I have 50 tickets because I have 5 of each color at the top, 5 of each color at the bottom. So yeah, 50 tickets is on this layout. And I did fussy cut all of these tickets out, and I used my decal edge scissors to cut the tips of them, and then I inked them up with black ink. And I did super speed this up so you didn't have to painstakingly watch me put all these tickets down. And it did take a minute. It probably took me almost an hour to do this layout start to finish, but that's not bad considering I had to cut out all the tickets. And the hour was actually just the filming time, so I'm not sure how long it took me to cut out all the tickets. But here we are, back a little bit slower pace. And I'm just going to lay all the photos down just like this. So I'm laying them back down in color ticket order. And the large 4x6 one is going to go up there just how it is, kind of like at an angle. That was the way that I kind of took it, was at a funky angle. So I was just going to go with that. And the black pieces that I'm laying down are actually cardstock, not play foam. I just didn't want to add too much bulk to the layout, but I needed that photo to be raised up just a little bit because it's overlapping that red photo. And since that red photo is matted on black cardstock and a piece of pattern paper, it was kind of on the thicker side. So I just added a little bit of cardstock behind that photo, and I'm placing it back down. And I did cut it so that it would span across both layouts, and it's okay. I didn't cut anything off of it that was important. I just needed it to lap over a little bit because they need a little more space. Up here, I'm going to add the flag banner and then a camera since, it was no pictures, but Mom got pictures. And then I have the little winner sticker, and the reason I use that up there is because, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of cute. It went with what we were doing, which is race car driving. And I put some more tickets up there by the photo at the top. So there's another 5 tickets. That's 55 tickets. I'm going to place another 5 over here with the 3 tags that I'm going to stick up here. The one tag is cut out of the gear paper. The other 2 tags come from the tag sheet. I'm going to cut this black star one into a banner piece, and I'm going to place it up here at the top of the tags. Since the tags are coming down from the top, I needed something to kind of make them look like they were hanging from. At least that's what I was going for. I'm going to place some more tickets up there. I had to cut one more blue one. And pretty much all the tickets are different sizes. I didn't, I kind of laid them down just at random. I didn't really make sure they were one way or the other. I laid down some more of the stickers that say, let's go, and then 12, which was his age that he was turning. I was going to place some of these stars. I didn't really like the way they looked. I decided to go dig in the acrylic pieces and pulled out plus signs. So I added 3 different sizes of the plus signs over by the let's go, down by this is how we roll, and up by winner. And then I also glued down the strings coming from the tags, and I glued them down exactly where I wanted them to be. I will add journaling over, I believe on the left-hand side by the photo. There's enough space over there for me to add journaling. So hope you guys enjoyed today's layouts, and I will see you tomorrow with another layout. Bye!